When creating, what do you start with? An idea, right? Right. So now you're writing a musical about a virus that has hurt many, impacted millions. So how do you go about it? Well, you start. So I'm just gonna try to record myself until my phone dies again. I haven't really shown a lot of this because my phone has consistently died. I need to get a new one. But we have been in the process of getting all this stuff figured out and put together. We're actually on the set, which I'm very excited about. We got lights and fans and props and a set. This process has been tough. It's been really hard for a lot of us, especially me. I had to essentially be the production manager, the stage manager, the director, the writer, the actor. I had to put on a lot of hats, which I was more than happy to coincide with, but it's been a lot. It's been putting quite a damper on my typical optimistic and positive attitude. So I'm hoping I have enough gas in the tank to get me through to the shows, because as of today, I have a week until my show goes on. And it's still got some ups and downs. I'm hopefully going to get footage of us actually rehearsing in here, as I've been meaning to. But you'll see a lot of the great opportunity we've had. We just got Blake on the team, so he's been very beneficial. He's the improv professor over here, and he's been a blast so far. He's given me a lot of suggestions, a lot of tips on directing, and just been helping. And he is now my new stage manager and lightboard operator. But it's been challenging. Again, it feels like we're rewriting, reworking a lot of things that I didn't really want to touch on. I just wanted to kind of get this going. But I mean, it's just making the show better, I hope. But yeah, it's been tough. It's been quite the journey. I'm exhausted almost every single night so far. My voice is draining by the minute. But this show's been a blast. And I just hope that I'm able to get the message I want to get across to everyone, because I believe it is an important message. And I believe it carries a lot of weight to it. And I've put my heart and soul into this project so far. So yeah.
Hi, I'm Lexi McGraw. I use she, her pronouns. I'm a sophomore and I play Leah, the delivery girl. Leah, as a delivery girl, she has gotten an influx with orders coming in, so she's having to work a lot more, and she's also working hard to pay off her bills during this time. It's been a lot easier to close myself off and harder to reach out to people when I need to, and yeah, it's been definitely an effort. Also been working during the pandemic, and it just adds a lot of stress. I was working in food service in the height of the pandemic, so I definitely relate to her on that front of interacting with customers, and then the added stress during a pandemic, interacting with customers and how to go about that. Coming into the production, I wasn't super sure what to expect. I've done a little bit of theater, stage acting in the past, but not a whole lot. And a musical, I've been into musicals, but I've never been in a musical in a major part, at least. Even though the major part, this one's kind of small, but it's biggest that I've been in. The music itself is really well done. I was super impressed by it. Going into it, I heard my song first before agreeing to be a part of it, and I really love the duet and the different rhythms that they take on and how they interweave in their different parts. I think it's a really good song.
Hi, my name is Chandler Meertens. I use he, him, his pronouns. I'm a senior here at Guilford, and I will be playing Dr. B. Goodman, otherwise known as the therapist, in The Virus. My character has been struggling with all of the patients that he has during the pandemic, and he's just under a lot of stress from it. I personally have not been affected, however, my friends have, and it's been really hard to see them struggle with all the isolation and not being able to go out and see friends and family. I just wish there was something I could do for them. I aspire to be a psychologist or a therapist, as my major is psychology. And while being in this role, I did talk with my therapist, and she thought it was funny because it is actually real that the amount of patients that therapists have taken a huge increase. In fact, like, you used to be able to schedule a week in advance. Now sometimes you have to schedule a month in advance. So it's been real strange and fun. I absolutely love the music. It was written by a fellow senior, Tucker Gamble, and it's absolutely phenomenal. My song specifically, it shows so much of who I am, in all honesty. Like, I don't even have to act in order to sing that song. It's perfect.
Hi, I'm Zoe Jordan. My pronouns are she, they, and I am a first year at Guilford College. I'm a double major in criminal justice and theatrical studies. I play Max's mom, Anne. Anne is really struggling with her oldest son being on his own during the pandemic. She feels really far away from him, and she's having a hard time making sure that he's okay. I graduated high school and started college during the pandemic, so a lot of big transitions occurred for me in a time where I didn't really have too much to reach out and hold on to. But I think it also made me really independent. So I grew up being the older sister of 4 kids, so knowing that during this time I was like moving out and going to a new school and distancing myself from them, and I couldn't be there to protect them, was a lot like Max's mom in the situation where he's far away and she can just call. That's all she has. I think it's really important to reach out to people and communicate when you're not doing well, and maybe you'll be able to, find solace in the people around you, and build a connection. I was really excited to work with both you and Tom on a new level, and it's also like really interesting to be able to do music, which I haven't done here yet. We just have done straight play since I've been here, so that's a new experience, and I'm very excited.
My name is Pearson Kai. I'm a senior here at Guilford. I'm majoring in theater studies and a minor in creative writing. I also use he and his pronouns. And I play the virus in Virus, a non-traditional musical. Well, since I'm playing basically COVID, I was like a little on the fence of it because I don't know if I passed away last year from COVID, but I knew that, I really wanted to help out Matt and Tucker. And also just, I think being able to be sort of out of it as of now, and just to kind of, make a farce of it, has kind of helped me in several ways. This was, it was kind of like, it's been several musicals. I think planning started over like last summer, and the virus was originally supposed to be a cameo, and it was supposed to be, very sort of monotonous, kind of like how I am right now. And now he's a bit more, theatrical and over the top, as best as I can do that. But it just started as like just a little tiny bean, and now it's a huge garden. I've known them for 4 years, just as friends, but I like seeing them sort of as mentors, because, they're obviously, they know a lot, they're almost college educated, and, we just had a lot of different experiences and different backgrounds, and it's helping me really learn a lot about just performing in something that I hadn't done in a pretty long time, but I was glad to do it again.
I've known Matthew for 4 years now. We met when we were freshmen here at Guilford, and this project has been in the work for, I want to say, probably a little under a year. We started it last semester during Christmas, so it's not quite a year, about closer to like 7 months, I think, 7 or 8 months. But the project's been in works for about 7 or 8 months is when I was first kind of pitched the idea, and I didn't really get on board until like 6 months ago. That's when I was really on board. Like, oh, yeah, we should do it. Matthew is very much a budding collaborative artist. You know, the process has been kind of hectic, a little up and down, because both of us are new to this. I have done a lot of music writing, but the collaborative process of putting that with a script is new to me, and I know that Matthew doesn't have a whole lot of experience in that way as well. So it's been very much like a kind of finding our own process within each other. And you know, oftentimes I'll go and write a bunch of tunes in a practice room and then bring them to him, and we'll work on lyrics together, or we'll sit there for like 20-30 minutes where nothing's being done because we're just goofing off, because we are friends first and writers second. So the process has been very enjoyable, but at times it can be really tedious. I mean, it's kind of hard sometimes to work with someone you're so close to, because a lot of stuff doesn't get done in a timely manner because we want to goof off. But no, I love Matthew. He's very much, he has a lot of good ideas, and he's very much, what's the word I'm looking for?
Ha ha ha!